Nobody decorates their bathroom. They clean it, they use it, they shut the door on it. It's the one room in the house people have completely given up on making look good, which is exactly why yours is quietly leaking cheap signals you've stopped even noticing. The plastic bottles, the thin towels, the little mat that slides around underfoot. None of it is your fault, because nobody ever told you the bathroom follows the same rules as every other room in the house. It just costs less to fix. The good news is that every one of these signals is easy to erase, and almost none of the fixes cost real money. So here are 8 things quietly making your bathroom look cheap, and exactly what expensive bathrooms do instead. Number 4 is the one nobody thinks about. Number 2 might be the single fastest upgrade in the entire house, and the last one costs almost nothing and does the most. Stay with me. Let's start with the thing you feel before you even look at anything. The lighting. That single harsh fixture over the mirror, or worse, a row of bright bulbs blasting cold blue-white light straight down onto your face. It is the most unflattering light in the house. It throws hard shadows under your eyes, and it makes the whole room feel like an operating room instead of a retreat. Expensive bathrooms almost never use that cold overhead glare. They light the room warm and low instead. Swap the bulbs for warm white, somewhere around 2700 Kelvin. The same warm glow a good restaurant uses. If there is a plug anywhere near the counter, add one small lamp, because a lamp in a bathroom is the most unexpected touch of luxury there is, and almost nobody does it. Here's why it works. Warm light makes tile, skin, and towels all look softer and more expensive, and the second you kill that blue overhead light, the room stops feeling clinical and starts feeling calm. Light is the cheapest luxury signal in any room, and the bathroom is where it does the most. Number 2, and this is the fastest upgrade on the entire list. The bottles. Bright plastic shampoo, the loud yellow body wash, the drugstore hand soap in its printed label, all lined up on the counter and the edge of the tub, screaming their brand names at you. Nothing makes a bathroom look cheap faster than a wall of branded plastic, because every one of those labels is designed to grab your eye on a store shelf. And in your bathroom, they do exactly the same thing. Expensive bathrooms hide the brands completely. They decant. You buy a couple of simple refillable dispensers, amber glass or matte ceramic, and you pour your hand soap and your everyday products into those. Suddenly the counter reads like a hotel or a spa, because your eye sees calm matching shapes instead of a jumble of logos. This is the single highest impact swap in the whole room for the least money. A pair of matching dispensers costs almost nothing, takes 5 minutes, and does more for the look of the bathroom than a full deep clean. If you do only one thing on this list, do this one. Number 3, the cluttered counter. Toothbrushes standing out, a tube of toothpaste squeezed in the middle, makeup, a razor, a hairbrush, 3 half-empty jars, all of it sitting out on the vanity because that's where it gets used. A crowded counter reads as cheap and chaotic no matter how nice the actual room is, because your eye reads clutter as stress and empty surface as luxury. Expensive bathrooms live by a simple rule. Keep the counter about 80% clear. Pick the 2 or 3 things that genuinely earn their spot, maybe the soap dispenser and one small plant, and give everything else a home behind a door or inside a drawer. If you want one trick that pulls it together, put a small tray on the counter and let it hold the 2 or 3 things that stay out. The tray turns a scatter of random objects into one intentional little arrangement, and that single move is the difference between a counter that looks forgotten and one that looks styled. Number 4, and this is the one almost nobody thinks about. The shower curtain, that thin, clingy plastic liner, often with the price sticker still faintly on it, hung on a cheap rod at whatever height it happened to land. A flimsy plastic curtain is one of the loudest cheap signals in the room, and hanging it low chops the wall in half and makes the whole bathroom feel shorter and smaller. Expensive bathrooms treat the curtain the same way good rooms treat their windows. They use a real fabric curtain, cotton or linen in white or a soft muted tone, and they hang it high. Mount the rod up near the ceiling instead of right at the top of the shower, and let the fabric fall all the way down. Here's the trick, and it's the same one that works on curtains anywhere in the house. Your eye assumes the shower is as tall as the fabric, so a high-hung curtain makes the entire wall, and the whole room read as taller and more finished. Keep a cheap clear liner on the inside to actually stop the water, and let the tall fabric panel be the thing everyone sees. It costs almost nothing, and it changes the proportions of the entire room. And that idea, that the cheap fix and the expensive fix usually cost about the same, is really the whole thing this channel is about. If you want the shortcut, I put together a guide called The Expensive Look, and it's linked in the description. It's the complete playbook for making any room look high-end for almost nothing. The 16 universal laws that make a space read as expensive, then a room-by-room breakdown, the bathroom included, so you're never guessing which move actually matters. If these videos have changed how you see your own home, the guide is the full version of it in one place. The link's right down in the description. Now back to the bathroom, because the next 4 are where most of the cheap signals are actually hiding. Number 5. The towels. Thin, faded, mismatched towels. One blue, one worn gray, one that used to be white, all crammed onto a single rail in a lumpy heap. Towels take up more visible space than almost anything in a bathroom, so when they're thin and mismatched, they drag the entire room down with them. Expensive bathrooms treat towels like part of the design. They buy heavyweight towels, all in one single color, ideally a crisp white or one soft muted tone, and they buy enough that everything matches. Then they hang them properly, folded in clean thirds over the rail or the bar, not bunched. Here's why it lands as luxury. A thick towel in a single repeated color is exactly what every hotel and spa uses, and your brain has been trained to read that as expensive. Matching beats fancy every time, so even a set of affordable towels, as long as they're thick and they all match, will look far richer than a pile of nicer towels in clashing colors. Number 6. The bath mat. That tiny, thin mat floating in the middle of the floor. The kind that slides around and bunches up the moment you step on it. A small, thin mat makes the whole floor feel cold and unfinished. And just like a too small rug in any other room, it quietly announces that someone guessed the size and got it wrong. Expensive bathrooms use a bigger, thicker mat, ideally in a natural material like cotton or a soft ribbed weave, in a color that ties back to those matching towels. The bigger mat anchors the floor. It feels good underfoot the way a plush rug does, and it reads as one more considered choice instead of an afterthought. It's a small swap, but the floor is a big part of what your eye takes in, and softening it changes how the whole room feels. Number 7. Mixed metals. The faucet is chrome, the towel bar is brushed nickel, the drawer pulls are some old brass, and the light fixture is a fourth finish entirely, because each one got bought at a different time. That mismatch is subtle. Most people can't name it, but everyone feels it, and it is one of the quiet things that makes a bathroom feel thrown together instead of designed. Expensive bathrooms pick one metal finish and repeat it. Faucet, handles, towel bar, the ring the towel hangs on, the frame of the mirror if it has one, all in the same family. You do not have to replace the expensive things like the faucet. Start with the cheap stuff, the towel bar, the hooks, the pulls, and match those to whatever your faucet already is. When every metal in the room agrees, the eye reads the whole bathroom as one intentional thing, and that quiet consistency is exactly what reads as money. And number 8, The cheapest fix on the whole list, and the one that quietly outweighs the rest. The flat builder mirror and a total lack of anything alive. That plain frameless mirror, glued straight to the wall, hard tile, hard counter, hard everything, and not one living thing anywhere in the room. All those hard surfaces with nothing soft and nothing green make a bathroom feel sterile, like a room you clean rather than a room you relax in. So do two small things. If you can, upgrade that bare builder mirror to one with a real frame in your chosen metal, or lean a small framed mirror in front of it, because a framed mirror instantly looks like furniture instead of a fixture. Then add one living thing. Bathrooms are humid, which most plants love, so a small trailing plant on the counter, a little pot on the back of the toilet, or one stem in a bud vase brings the whole room to life. That single hit of green against warm light and matching white towels is what turns a purely functional bathroom into one that feels calm and cared for. It's the cheapest thing on this list, and it does the most. So those are the 8. And notice the pattern, because it's the whole secret. Warm light instead of cold, glass instead of plastic, a clear counter, a tall curtain, thick matching towels, a bigger mat, one metal finish, and one living thing. Almost none of it costs real money. An expensive-looking bathroom isn't about marble and a rain shower. It's about erasing the cheap signals one by one, and those signals are the exact stuff everyone walks right past. If even 3 of these were hiding in your bathroom, do me a favor and subscribe, because every week I take apart exactly what makes a space look rich, one room at a time. And if you want the whole system in one place, the guide linked in the description walks you through every room in the house the same way. Go grab it, then go fix that counter. I'll see you in the next one.